How's it going, my Comic Chat Army? We're here today with Don Walker, the creator of Agent Wild, Union Falls.
Yep. Union Falls.
And what other books have you created, Don?
So I've created Reaper Corps. There's also another one-shot that I've self-published. Upcoming, I have Dreadlock, the Barbarian, another one-shot, possibly miniseries. For that, we just released, with a group of friends of mine, we released Danger Arcade, which is a anthology that a group that I helped create called the Sketchy Bug Group, which is a nationwide collective of comic creators, filmmakers, cosplayers. We started in California, but now kind of nationwide. And that group, we partnered with a comic shop called the Comic Bug here in California and put together a 90-page anthology called Danger Arcade. The Dreadlock Barbarian character actually debuts in that book first, and then I spin him off into his own book in January.
Nice. Are you going to kickstart it?
It was Kickstarter already.
Okay.
I'm a little late on the book, unfortunately. Had a few health problems, hiccups along the way have kept me from getting it done, unfortunately. Now lots of colorists as well to Marvel and Image. So I had to re-hired a colorist, anchor. It was ridiculous. Like, Murphy's Law hit this book like big time. So had to regroup a little bit, but I'm back to draw on it, trying to get it done. Hopefully by end of November, we should have it all done and into printer. Hopefully released by January. That's the plan.
All right. And where can people pick your books up?
So I have a website. So I self-publish under Dork Empire Inc. You go to dorkempireinc.bigcartel.com and get the books there. You hit me on Facebook. It's on Facebook, message me, and we can do something via PayPal as well. You get them faster that way, but bigcartel.com.
Okay. Can they request your books at comic shops yet?
So I am in roughly 16 comic shops nationwide.
Nice.
During the lockdown, when shops couldn't get books every week, there is a Facebook group called Plan C Distribution. I believe Jen King is the comic shop owner who started the page. She's in Texas, I believe. And she created this group where independent creators can go directly to the retailers and sell books. And I sold a ton of books. I made a nice little ton of change. I'm not gonna lie. It actually helped me out a lot. I got my books in a lot of places that I might not have gotten them into otherwise.
Right. Well, that's cool. We read your book. We're going to review it soon. But so far, I've got nothing but good things to say about it.
Nice.
Yeah. When is issue 2 coming out for Agent Wild?
Okay, so as you read issue 1, there's a preview issue 2, right? So there's like 6 pages already done, like pencil ink, colored, lettered, the whole bit. I took time off Agent Wild to do the Danger Arcade anthology. I spearheaded that anthology. So it was also one kind of like editing, or we want to call. I was the guy in charge of that one. And so I also illustrated 2 stories, but Dreadlock the Barbarian was a brand new story I created for that anthology. Anthologies are hard to do, man. I learned the hard way that I haven't done one before as far as like actually put together myself. So it took forever. And so getting that done and the process of getting that anthology done, I had a lot of fun doing Dreadlock. So I immediately spun him off into a one-shot of his own, which we already kickstarted. Like I said, it's late, unfortunately. But I had a lot of fun with that book, and it's gotten me a lot of attention. I had indie publishers hit me up to publish Dreadlock, like worldwide, before the book was even done.
Wow.
Before the campaign was done. So that was just like, wow, okay. So it got me to think a little bit. I'm still going to do Agent Wild, Union Fall, but right now it's 50-50. I go directly to Agent Wild again after Dreadlock's first issue is done, or do I go directly to like the Dreadlock miniseries? I don't want to leave fans hanging for Agent Wild. That's part of where the conundrum is. Like, they had to wait for that book too, and then now I want to make it wait even longer. Like, so it might be issue 2 of Dreadlock, Agent Wild 2, issue 3 of Dreadlock, issue 3 of Agent Wild. So it might be something like that. I don't know. If the publishers I like to go with for Dreadlock want to do Dreadlock, I might just go with a hot hand and do Dreadlock first.
Okay.
That would take me all of 2022 to draw and kickstart the last 3 issues of that book.
Are you allowed to tell us your favorite or the publisher you want to go with? If you don't want to, it's all right. I don't want to mess up anything.
I don't want to because I'm still waiting on their response. I'll put them out there like, hey, what you guys doing? I'm in contact with them, so it's kind of like part of it's schedules. Like, do they have scheduling openings for the book? How fast can I get it done? I mean, I'd have to kickstart it. I write and draw everything, so I'd have to kickstart like the inking, coloring, lettering, printing, all that still. So before they would publish it anyway. So
okay,
that'd be cool.
What advice would you give to people that want to start their comic book or people that's looking to start a comic book?
Join groups like on Facebook. Go to Comic-Cons, talk to indie creators. I was at Unicon, which is a brand new show in Las Vegas, October 1st through 3rd. And the young man sitting next to me was doing a webcomic. And he wanted to do it in print and had no idea what to do. So for the 3 days of the show, I just talked to him about, how to start that process. Do you want to do offset printing versus print on demand? Like, what do you want to do with the book? You want to put it in comic shop or just sell it yourself? How to do this all on the cheap? How to use Kickstarter? I'm definitely a creator. I'm an open book. I would help anybody who comes at me with questions. There are no dumb questions. I was telling the young man at the show, I go, look, let me help you bypass the mistakes I made. Because mistakes are costly. They cost you money. And you do not want to waste money doing this. Some people don't recuperate from massive losses early if they don't do their due diligence and get the information ahead of time.
Would you say making comics is expensive?
Yes. Every con I go to, people see my work. I usually have my portfolio out with pages from my books, as well as my books. And every show I go to, someone comes up to me and propositions me to do their book. Their new, amazing, awesome concept that no one's ever heard of before, blah, blah, blah. And then I give them the breakdown of the page per page cost of penciling, inking, lettering, coloring, and they freak out. And I tell them, well, that's what it costs you. Like, I've been focused on comic art or sequential art since I was 16, 48 years old. I've got 30 years in this of learning. I'm always trying to learn more and get better. My time and all this costs money. I'm not going to do it for not going to do it for chump change. Like, I'm not going to drop my books to do someone else's books without getting paid handsomely to do it.
I agree. So is comic books your day job, I should say?
No. I'm a lucky few in that I'm like a stay-at-home dad. My wife makes really good money at her job, and she allows me. I mean, allows me. She allows me.
Yeah. Nice.
I do freelance stuff too. I do pinups and commissions and covers or whatever when I can to whoever asks. But like, I don't go out seeking it as much because then I don't have enough time for my own IPs I'm trying to build up. So,
where can people get a hold of you to do commissions for them?
Instagram. I'm at Dawn_Space Knight on Instagram. So Space Knight, like Rom Space Knight. I'm a big Rom fan. I love Rom. My book. That was my jam back in the day. I'm on Facebook as Don Walker. Those are the two. I don't do Twitter or any of that stuff. So
okay,
simple.
Where do you draw inspiration for your comic books from?
Mostly sci-fi. Big sci-fi nerd. Like Star Wars Episode 4 changed my life. I saw that as a 4-year-old at a drive-in with my dad. Just like mind blown, right? As a kid. And so like my comic gateway drug was Star Wars, Marvel Star Wars adaptation. And then from there it was like Spider-Man and Micronauts and X-Men, Rom, Space Knight, etc. So yeah, science fiction, Star Wars, Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek, anything sci-fi is my jam. So
all right, here I'm gonna show them a quick page of your book. I got it right here in front of me.
All right, let's do it.
So you do it all basically, right?
Well, I write in pencil. I have inkers, colors, letterers I work with. I have a tight knit group of guys that I really like working with, and I stick with every book.
Show them some of your covers.
There we go. We have a Mark Beecham cover for that issue. He's an amazing artist from. If you're familiar with artists from like the 80s and 90s, Mark Beecham was the man in like the erotic sector of art. Heavy metal and like Penthouse Comics. He's amazing. He did the full headshot. It's cover D on inside front cover. He's an amazing guy. Great artist. That's a bucket list kind of deal for me, having him do a cover for me.
Wow,
there's a pinup from my friends of mine. Yeah, everybody that did pinups in the back of the book are Sketchy Bugs, part of my group that I told you about. I helped found. All friends of mine, all amazing artists.
And you did all the Kickstarter names on the back, right? That's what this is?
Yep.
Very dope.
I try to find interesting ways to do that whole, page of creators. Now there's some more. So,
really quick, while I got the book in front of me, do you have a favorite page out of this book, out of issue 1?
Spoiler alert, when Agent Wild impales her boyfriend.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can find it right quick.
I want to say it's page 20. It's a like half-page spread with 3 panels on the bottom.
This one?
Nope. It's probably like 3 or 4 pages after that.
I see it now.
Yeah, I love that page. That's one of the pages I had in mind when I was writing it that came out like perfect.
Nice. I noticed when you gave the breakdown of the bio, it said species unknown. Are we going to explore other species in this 5-part miniseries?
Yeah. Yeah. So the crux of the book is Agent Wild works for a paramilitary unit called 12th Hour. 12th Hour polices the secret alien presence on Earth. So she is a hunter agent. Hunter agent basically are assassins. When aliens act up and run afoul of the law, hunter agents go find them and eliminate them. So if she's called out to come get you, you're as good as dead, right?
Right.
In this first issue, she sniffs out some information that goes deeper than she thinks it is. That a routine mission becomes much bigger deal on this first issue. She has to figure it out and choose sides. And she chooses sides in this first issue. May or may not be the right side, and we're going to figure that out as we go along. She's the right side or not. Like, who knows? We'll figure it out.
Okay. Comic-Cons. Are you attending any Comic-Cons right now? Or have any planned?
Upcoming, I have Comic-Con Revolution in Ontario, California.
Okay.
And that is, I believe, mid to late December. And then we're doing LA Comic-Con, which is, I believe, December 3rd to 5th of December. In Los Angeles, of course.
Okay.
I'm good till next year.
All right. Let's see. I don't know. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
Well, again, if anyone wants to reach out, excuse me, reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook if you're interested in comic making. I'd love to help. You can go to the Sketchy Bugs on Facebook. You can join our group, and there are more people like me on that group who help you any way we can. If I can plug something, I have a buddy, one of our Sketchy Bug group members, Marcus Newsom. He has a comic book called Lightning Strike. It's a really cool comic. It's a very cool graffiti artist style. It's like a superhero book about Compton's first superhero. He has a Kickstarter right now for an animated short film that he's doing all himself. The guy's this dude is amazing. Writes, draws, animates. He's ridiculously good. And we are like 80% funded, like 5 days ago, as of this interview. So if y'all can go check it out, kick him down a couple bucks, help him get over the hump, that'd be awesome. And I'd appreciate it.
Have you ever thought about turning any of your books into a animated series?
Always. Animated, live action. I have a degree in filmmaking, actually. And I've made some one independent feature. I made some shorts. Filmmaking is probably like 1A, and comics is like 1B, like right here, right? Like, I love storytelling. And filmmaking is awesome because filmmaking, like my feature and shorts, I've either written, produced, and like directed them. And so there's no other feeling of collaborative creativity than filmmaking. Like, it is all problem solving all the time, every day. Like, no matter your plan going into a day of a shoot, something is going to go wrong. You're going to have to fix it.
Yep.
And the less money you have, the more creativity you need to implore to do these types of things. And I love that. And I would love to do that full time. But the film business is a seedy, dare I say, terrible place.
Oh, I mean,
are in it in big studios, and they hate it when they're doing it, when something's done, they love it. Like, oh, thank God this came out well. But then while they're doing, they hate it. But I mean, it's still a lot of fun. And I still, I miss it when I'm not doing it. But comics are a fun outlet, much like filmmaking. It's still problem solving. It's still creativity, still storytelling. I'm gonna tell stories one way or the other, whether it's written, drawn, film, whatever. I'm gonna do something creative. I have to.
Okay. Well, thank you, Don, for taking the time to come talk with us today.
I appreciate it, man. Anytime. When Dreadlock comes out.